Finally we're here. No. This is pretty.
Orang berangkat, orang belum budak berangkat tak ada.
I think those are our walking breakfast. I'm just kidding. Wow. Look at the water.
You can have new screenshot over there.
New screenshot? Oh. Get a baby chicken. Sorry, looking at baby chickens. So cute. Fried rice? Yep, no meat. I mean, I guess egg is considered meat. Alright, time to check in. It's a little tree house over there. It's a tree house. We're almost here. Steps are kind of dangerous.
The photo one, please.
What?
How about?
Why? Of course, you always have to take the difficult one.
It's more beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa. Okay, this is scary. But look at the view.
Okay. Thank you. We have the fan and the light.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. Is it on? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, sub room for the night. This view, this place. Now I gotta be honest, today's weather is probably not the most beautiful, considering how it's kind of cloudy. I mean, it's actually a good thing. It's not raining, it's not super sunny, so it's not burning hot. But you know, actually, today is actually a pretty good day then. I think they're looking to build or finishing building a different tree house over there, and me and my friend are staying over there. There's actually not much to do today. We were gonna probably go to the beach, or go back to the harbor to, I don't know, to go around, because we wanted to see that cliff. I forgot what it's called. I wanted to see that place, but it's about an hour of driving from where we are now, so we were thinking maybe we'll do it tomorrow instead, and today is sort of like a relaxing day. So here's the thing, I was going to film this video about a week ago, or actually 2 weeks ago, but Hurricane Irma had to ruin it. So everything got pushed back 1 week. That went for Tennessee travel vlog, and this Q&A video, which I'm trying to film right now. I actually tried to film it when I was in connecting flights going to New York and to Qatar and to Bali, but that didn't happen because pretty much running around trying to get to the right terminal as JFK. Then I tried to film in Qatar, but didn't have enough time. So I got to Bali and now I'm here, and I thought, well, might as well, because this is a great backdrop now. Great backdrop. I'm actually only gonna be in Nusa Penida for less than 24 hours, and then we're gonna be back in Bali and enjoy the rest of our time there before heading to Cambodia. So while we'll still have some sunlight, let's get to the questions. Travel to make videos or make videos while traveling? Since travel came first before I even learned about YouTube and making videos, I would say I make videos while I'm traveling because I want to remember the experience. Unlike our favorite content creators and travel bloggers, unfortunately, the reality is not all of us is able to travel all the time. And when we do get to go on vacation, it's usually a short amount of time that we get to relax and enjoy ourselves. But I would say this though, if you are traveling on your vacation, travel because you want to learn and experience and broaden your mind first. And making videos should actually be second, because you don't want to be watching an incredible sunset through only the screen of your camera or your phone and then get stressed out about it when you don't get the shot that you want, or thinking you should have gotten more gear or less gear, and letting all that ruin your entire experience when you're traveling. Except of course the sole purpose of your trip is to film videos. Oh, another thing is spending too much time posting on social media. I actually have been doing pretty well with not posting a lot on social media. I think besides YouTube, well, I don't post that often on YouTube. I try to post a lot, but I don't, unfortunately. But I do go on YouTube daily to, just to watch content and learn and stuff. But if you consider that being active, the second most active social media, or second most used social media that I use, is Instagram. And I don't even post a lot on that either. Sometimes I post a few stories when I'm traveling here and there, but that's it. I don't spend a lot of time posting, pictures and things like that. I do spend sometimes on editing pictures on my phone whenever I get a good shot, but then I actually forget to post the actual picture, so I think it's usually one or the other. Like, I got to film a lot in St. Augustine. I actually was there to mostly film, so I feel like I ended up not going to as many places as I would have liked. And for Tennessee, I was mainly visiting relatives, so I didn't vlog as much. Filmmaking or vlogging? While I would lean more towards filmmaking, it is more mixed between the two in videos that I post on YouTube. I think what attracts the audience, or at least me on YouTube, is the interaction between the viewer and the presenter. So for example, I like to watch videos where the vlogger, either on camera or not on camera, tries to talk to the audience or to the camera. However, if you watch most of my travel videos or vlogs, I don't exactly talk much to the camera, but that's something that I'm currently working on. But as a viewer, I look for that personal connection and authenticity that I can just tell by their energy when I watch the videos. Whereas in filmmaking, to me, you probably have a plot and you prepare ahead to see how and what to film certain scenes for the overall story, and you might even have a storyboard. And essentially everything is planned to make this huge cinematic motion picture, rather than you just vlogging as you go about your day naturally. It's good to plan ahead because we all want to improve our storytelling, of course, but to a certain point, like too much gear and or preparation should trips makes a vlog too well staged. Does that make sense? That's the difference between filmmaking and vlogging to me. In general, for the type of travel videos and vlogs that I want to produce, they tend to be more about personal experience since, it's just me documenting my trips, mostly in ways that make sense and are meaningful to me. Vlogging in public, I would say that I'm still kind of uncomfortable vlogging in public because it always feels awkward. I do notice back in the Philippines, not many people really pay attention to it. In fact, when I was in Boracay, a lot of people were holding cameras and taking a lot of selfies, so I imagine they would probably most likely be glad to be with my videos. And of course it's different too when you're around people who know more about YouTube and vlogging. The thing is though, I am pretty incredibly conscious of people and things around me. And usually vlogging involves holding a camera rig with, a camera, a tripod and a microphone, and the whole thing, depending on the equipment that you use, can be quite conspicuous. And I think that's probably what makes me nervous the most when I attempt to vlog in public, because that can easily draw attention. Another reason why I keep my camera setup or vlogging rig as minimal as possible, besides to travel light, is because let's say I am traveling to a place where there's a lot of people. Not everyone is comfortable being on camera, and they may not like it when they sense they're in the camera's field of view. Now in reality, no one probably really cares, but I just try to be mindful and respectful of my surroundings. Ultimately though, it is your video, so as long as you're not really harming anyone, I would say just go for it and have fun. YouTube as a side hustle. I guess it depends on how you define a side hustle. On a monetary standpoint, I really haven't made anything at all on YouTube, but I do notice that the views have gone up gradually. Let's see, 2 Gear Talk episodes actually surpassed 7,000 views, and one of them actually just passed 10,000 views, which is really cool for me. Like I said, I wanted to stick to vlogs in the beginning, but I realized I only take one big trip like once a year, so I decided to bring in the behind the scene stuff, which is gear talk, but travel vlog is still my priority. I actually enjoy the technical side of making videos, and I have gear acquisition syndrome going on, and thus gear talk was created. The main purpose of gear talk is for me to share my own experience with different types of camera gear, and hopefully you guys can find the video helpful because you might be interested in getting a particular gear for your next travel maybe. So YouTube or making videos is my hobby slash passion for now, and my goal is to provide values in these videos. YouTube also pushes me to create more and to go out of my comfort zone to get the shot that I imagine in my head. You may or may not agree with this, but I feel like YouTube has gotten pretty saturated, and I find that it's getting quite difficult to try to find authentic content to watch. And I know sometimes it's not the creator's fault, because as YouTube and or other social medias became their full-time job, they have to keep up with the algorithm to stay relevant, to make money. But that's how the content can start to become commercialized with sponsorships and advertising for things that I can kind of tell they don't really believe in or really match their brand that they sort of promote in the beginning. As a viewer, I've seen so many travel videos with girls in bikinis, guy doing backflips, generic drone footage, overused funky transitions, and so on, and that is literally all that I see, or most of the stuff that I see on YouTube. And these videos tend to have quite a lot of views. I mean, yes, those places are really beautiful, and those are really amazing shots of those, beautiful places. but they don't really spark any emotions in me. And maybe I'm just picky and looking at this in an artist's point of view and not business. But recently I find channels with smaller amount of audience to often have better content with more substance, and all they use is really just a point and shoot camera. Now for my channel, for the most part, I just want to enjoy and document this journey to whatever destination. At the same time, being part of this community where I can learn and give back something in return. I think regardless of your profession, everyone has to have a hobby outside their job. And it's important to find and set aside time for that passion that drives you every day. And right now, I am happy to say that that is exactly what I'm doing right now. I don't think we're gonna get any sunset tonight. It's too cloudy. Jump for the view? No, I'm good.